Hi, it's Kristen and I'm going on a trip. So today is Friday the 17th of December and tomorrow is the wedding of one of my best friends. So I am travelling to go to that. It's a friend from uni, so I don't live nearby her. So I'm going to stay in a hotel. The wedding is like midday tomorrow, but the hotel check-in time isn't till 3 p.m, so I'm going down today, staying overnight, going to the wedding, staying overnight again so I don't have to travel back at like nighttime after like the reception and all the other stuff. So yeah, I'm going down on the Friday, coming back on the Sunday. So with the travel time there and back, like put together, it's about 5 hours of traveling. So I'm taking books with me, as I always would on a trip. I'm going to take 2 books with me because I figured 5 hours of travel plus like downtime I might have, because due to my train times, I'm getting there today just after check-in time, which is 3 p.m, hopefully. But no one else is getting to the hotel until later, like 5 o'clock evening time. So I'm going to be there at the hotel by myself for potentially a couple of hours. So yeah, I thought I'd take some extra books because I'll have that downtime. I might have, like, you know, tomorrow morning before the wedding, once I've had my breakfast and I'm just waiting until it's sort of time to get ready, that might have be some downtime for me. So with the travel and downtime, I thought I would take 2 books, because I didn't want to risk like getting almost all the way through one book during the weekend and then on my travel back not having anything to read. So I'm taking 2 books. I don't know that I'll necessarily read them both or read all of them, because even though I say, oh, I think I'll have some downtime, I might not. I might bump into people, I might end up doing things I'm not anticipating doing. My travel might be delayed or get me there really quickly. Like, you never know with traveling. So the 2 books I'm taking with me, I thought I would try and stick with like the travel trip theme. Initially I was looking for books on my shelves to do with animals because the hotel is next to a zoo and so the hotel is safari themed. I don't know to what extent and what that means, but I didn't have any books about animals on my shelves, so I just went with the travel theme. The first book I have is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. So I don't know if it's Emily St. John Mandel or Emily St. John Mandel, because St. John in England is sometimes pronounced St. John. If you know, I should have googled, but let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll Google it after I film this clip. This is a sort of post-apocalyptic novel. It was really popular when it first came out and it sort of popped off again in this last year because of the pandemic. So this, I believe, is just like post-apocalyptic and is about a travelling theatre company who just travel around the country performing Shakespeare. So this is a tenuous travel theme, but I thought I'd pick it. This is one I've had on my TBR for ages and I've always meant to get to, but every time I think I'll pick it up, I end up picking up other stuff for other reasons. I don't really know why. But it's one I'm very interested in, and there is a TV show being made or has been made and is coming out soon, I think. So I'd love to read this before that comes out. But I've heard almost entirely positive things about this book. yeah, I will probably start reading this first because the other book I'm taking is going to be a reread, and that is Wonder Love by Kirsten Hubbard. This one is about a girl, 18-year-old girl who decides to go travelling. And when I first read this, I absolutely loved it, and so I've always meant to reread it to see if I still love it. I read it first when I was a teenager, so it's a good, I think, possibly 7, 8, 9 years since I read this. So yes, this young woman called Bria who decides to go on a trip, and is trying to like assert her independence, and then she realizes she's booked like not a brilliant trip. She's done like an all-inclusive thing and it's really not her vibe, and then she ends up meeting this like carefree, fun-loving backpacker who convinces her to try things a different way. Yeah, I really enjoyed this the first time I read it. I hope I still enjoy it. I remember the first time I read it, I whizzed through it in like a day. So I thought if needed, if this one's quite heavy, I'll have this one to cheer me up maybe at the end of my trip. Or I could flip between the two. If this one sort of feel like I need to really be in it, this one might be a good one to pick up when I only have like 10 minutes here and there, potentially. But yes, I'm looking forward to reading this for the first time, and I'm looking forward to rereading this. I will take you on my trip with me. I'm very excited. I'm nervous about travelling at the moment, if I'm completely honest, but I've packed my bag full of face masks, anti-bac hand sanitizer, anti-bac wipes. I'm trying to be as prepared as possible. So I'm going to take you with me. I don't know how much I'll film while I'm actually traveling, because at some point I need to like switch trains, and traveling makes me very anxious anyway. But I will film at least when I get to the hotel and all that jazz. So yeah, excited but nervous, but mainly excited. Hello, I made it to the hotel after a palaver of getting from the station to here. Basically, there were just like no Ubers around and I couldn't find a number for a taxi company. So after about an hour, I was just wandering around easily. I finally managed to get an Uber. I'm here. This is my room. So we've got a double bed and a twin bed, but I've got the room to myself. So I have all this to myself. Got a lovely desk / vanity thing with a complimentary tray. Always nice. I've just dumped all my shit on here. Got a nice chair with a TV. And then out here, it's quite dark. Ooh. I've got a little patio balcony deal. Cute. So yeah, all very cute, I think. I'll show you the bathroom. It's not exciting. We've got a bath and shower, toilet, and me. I don't want to immediately complain. I'm not complaining, it's a really nice hotel room. But I've been given 2 conditioners and a shower gel, but no shampoo. So I might just have to ask at reception if I could get a shampoo. I hate to complain or ask for anything, but I do need to wash my hair at some point over this weekend.
But yes, otherwise, lovely. I think it'll be a really nice room for me to have for 2 nights. And I just bumped in to my friends who are getting married in the foyer as I was checking in, and so it's really nice to see them. So now I'm going to sort of brush my hair, get myself together a bit, and go explore the hotel a little bit. I need to grab my room key, my mask, and my phone, and then I'm gonna go.
Now that I've arrived at the hotel and like settled in and unpacked some stuff, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm supposed to be meeting people at the bar later. And also, I had this whole plan to get my money's worth as much as possible. I was going to get here, I was going to get settled, and I was going to use the leisure facilities they have, so like swimming pool, gym. I was like going to hit those, come back to my room, shower, and then I'll go meet everyone at the bar. I can't work out what the leisure facilities are. I thought she'd like tell me upon checking in, or like be like, oh no, pool's over there and this is over there, but no. So I think if when I go to the bar later, I might pass by a reception and ask what the situation is with that, if they're open, their leisure facilities are even open at the moment, because they may well not be. And what time they open, and if it's like early tomorrow morning, I might see if I can go, because I know we're going to the bar tonight, but we won't be there late because the wedding's tomorrow, so it's not like people are gonna drink loads and be hungover and stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have a shower now, just to like get rid of the days from me. Get changed into something else, then have a little something to eat. Maybe read my book. I started Station 11 while on the train, and I'm enjoying it so far. Then I'll go to the bar, and then I will come back to my room whenever I have had enough, when I've got too tired, and then I'll take it easy before bed. And yeah, maybe try and get up early tomorrow. Yeah, plans have changed, but sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. I'm not a very go with the flow person.
So, considering this is a safari themed hotel, the only pajamas that felt acceptable were these. I'm back from a night at the bar where more drinks than I planned were consumed. Planned on just having one drink and a small snack and trying to make that last. I ended up, from offers of people buying me drinks, having 4 glasses of wine, which is fine, but I think I'm gonna drink some water, have another little snack just before bed. I'm gonna do like a skincare routine I was planning. I've got like a face mask I've put 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown on. Gonna like pamper myself. It's 10 to 11, so I'm gonna pamper myself for a bit. Maybe read like a chapter of my book and then go to bed ready for tomorrow. I'm hoping to go to the leisure centre early in the morning. I think it opens at 7, so I'm going to hope to get in there before breakfast. Do the leisure centre, come back here, have a shower, wash my hair, do breakfast. Yeah, and then get ready for the wedding slowly. yeah, put a podcast or some music on and get ready slowly. That's the plan. We'll see if that works out.
Okay, I have a face mask on. I'm gonna talk while it dries. That's why I'm so shiny. So I thought I'd talk about the book I'm reading. That would make sense to make this more of a reading vlog. So I'm also gonna just get ready for bed while I do this. I started reading Station 11 on the train, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only, I think, like 50 pages in. So all that's happened so far is we've had the beginnings of the epidemic. So we've been introduced to a few characters, one of whom is an actor who, this isn't a spoiler because it's literally in the synopsis and happens immediately. We get introduced to a character who's playing King Lear on stage, and he dies in the middle of a performance. And through him dying, we're introduced to a character who is a trainee paramedic, and he interacts with this young girl who's playing the young version of Cordelia in that iteration of King Lear. And he gets a call from an old doctor friend of his, telling him that there is a virus going around that came out of nowhere, but came on quite suddenly. Suddenly there were a lot of cases of it, and people are dying from it quite quickly, and that he should stock up on food and necessities, and isolate, sort of lock himself in with his brother and his girlfriend, or try and flee the city. Which, reading it, just really reminded me of the early days of the pandemic. He goes and he panic buys food and toilet paper, etc. I don't know, in a way it was like, I can relate to this, and in another way it was like, this hits a little too close to home. I just got back from my friend's wedding. It was amazing. It was so nice to see her get married, to see them get married. I filmed some bits for myself. I'm not going to share them because there's loads of people in it. But yeah, it was a really nice ceremony, and a really nice evening reception thing. I am so tired. This lighting is terrible. I'm gonna finish taking all my makeup and stuff off and get into my pajamas. It's midnight. It feels so much later because we've been like busy all day. And I feel like I've expended a lot of energy. Yeah. And I mean, I have today. I got up quite early. I went swimming. Came back from swimming. Showered, went to breakfast. Came back from breakfast, started getting ready for the wedding. Went to the wedding. So yeah, busy day. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready for bed, see how I feel, get into bed. If I don't immediately fall asleep, I might read just like a chapter or two of my book. I've got more into Station 11, and I'm at the point where Kirsten, who's part of the travelling theatre company, they've gone to back to a place where they left a couple of their troupe a couple of years before, and things are different now and a little bit something's not right, but they don't know what exactly. So yeah, gonna potentially read more of that tonight. It will only be like a chapter. If not, I'll read more tomorrow morning. Just got back from breakfast the next morning. The morning after the wedding is what I mean. Now I don't have to check out of the hotel for another like hour, 20 minutes. So I'm gonna finish packing the last bits and bobs. I sort of started packing before breakfast. I got up and I had a shower, and then I had like 20 minutes to kill. So I started packing, but I haven't done all my toiletries or anything like that. I'm gonna leave my book unpacked and then probably just read until like 10 to 11. Checkout's at 11. So I think I'm gonna head down to like the foyer reception 5-10 minutes before that. Yeah, and I've also got to book myself an Uber to get back to the station. Luckily my train isn't for like another hour after I have to check out, just from the way that when the train times were, which is good because yesterday it took me an hour to book an Uber. So if a similar thing happens, I mean, at least I'll be at the hotel rather than a station, so I can always ask if they have like taxi company numbers or anything like that. But yeah, gonna finish packing, read my book until checkout pretty much, and check out and head back to the station. And then I've got a very similar, not quite exactly the same journey as yesterday. I have to get 2 trains. I'm going from Eastleigh to Southampton Central, and then Southampton Central to Bristol, whereas yesterday I did Bristol to Romsey, Romsey to Eastleigh. It's kind of annoying because the last leg of the journey, the like Eastleigh to whatever other station it was, only takes like 15 minutes on the train, which is kind of annoying to be on a train for so little time. But then the train station to Bristol is like nearly 2 hours. So I'll probably get some reading done then. And then I'll be home. Yeah, and I'll do a COVID test just in case. I'm home again. Didn't really film any of the like travel back because I was really tired. It was a lot of like getting from place to place, and quite stressful. Just from things that arose from the situation. But I'm back home. I read some more of Station 11 when I was waiting for checkout time, and then when I was on the train. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's got this really sort of not whimsical. I think her writing is really beautiful but simplistic, and the way in which she writes, and the fact that like some characters have names and some are just known by like monikers, and how it flits like back and forth between timelines and like pandemic, post-pandemic. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's one of those books that there's not like a whole lot of plot. It's very character driven so far. I'm really engaged. So I finally finished Station 11 after like an additional week of reading. It's Boxing Day now. It took me so long to read it because I've not been very well, so I've not had like the attention span. Not COVID, just caught a very bad cold from going away, which I sort of expected. Still getting over it, but spent the past couple of days reading, and then this morning I finished Station 11. I know that this isn't still within the sort of travel aspect of the travel vlog, but I wanted to let you know what I thought of it and like finishing it and everything. I really enjoyed it. I think it's very like sweet, hopeful, nostalgic story, even in the bits that are sort of sad and feel a bit more hopeless. Everything's just like so beautifully written, and there's always a sense of like waiting for characters to find things out or realise things or meet each other, or like as a reader seeing all the links between the characters and stuff is nice. Yeah, it's like really about community and how you see the world and what you make of your life and stuff. I really enjoyed it. Normally it would be a quick read. When I was reading it, it was a quick read because the chapters are all quite short. So if you like books with short chapters, this has it. There's not a whole lot of plot. It's very character driven, and it's told like in sort of scattered timelines. So you see characters when they're young, and then when they're old, and then when they're young, and then before the pandemic, during the pandemic, but earlier than that. Yeah, it's a very like disjointed timeline, snapshots of different characters' lives, which I thought was really interesting, and I'm intrigued to see how they do that in the TV show that they're making of it. I think that'll be interesting to see how they translate the book to screen. But yeah, if you like character-driven stories about not necessarily the end of the world, because they're still living and stuff, so it's not the end for them, but yeah, if you like sort of apocalyptic, dystopian-esque stories, and if you can stomach a story about a pandemic, this one is well worth the read. I can see why people enjoy it so much. Yeah, a solid 4 stars from me. Never got around to reading the second book, but it's now high on my list of ones to reread because I sort of amped myself up to read it even though I didn't get to it. Yes, so that is it from me for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've read Station 11, let me know what you thought in the comments, or if this has maybe pushed you to bump it up your TBR. I'd love to know. And I will see you soon in another video. Bye!